the people said, there's a witch. Bring her down. Each time they fled to grow the hills, the other's heart would never fail to find the witch and bring her down. Bring her down.
I'm telling you, Catherine, he was staring at you. Oh, Mistress Catherine, would you like some flesh?
I'm so terrible to that man. He was simply being kind. It was a gesture because I helped his father.
I'm Abraham Larvite. That's a marriage proposal. Easy on the girl now. Not every day a woman gets engaged.
If you get your way, you'll have me with him.
Aye, if he gets his way, he'll have you with child.
Joking aside now, there's a fearsome jealous streak in Abraham Law. You be careful not to laugh at him to his face. God only knows what his reaction would be.
Oh, he's all right. He hasn't got the wit nor the wisdom for their folk around him.
Aye, but did you see his face when he was describing how Alison was arguing with his father, and his father then fell to the ground?
Oh, his illness, if you can even call it that, was none of Alison's doing. He just had some sort of seizure, that were all.
Catherine's right. All the poor girl did was ask for some of them needles that he peddled. And I didn't get all jumped up and on his high horse.
No money, no needles, be off with you.
I mean, you think you were King James himself.
Anyhow, he's fine now, and I'm sure he thinks no less of Alison as the result of it. I know she shouldn't have cursed him like that under her breath, but it were on the spur at moment, and he realised she meant no harm.
Aye, but did his lad.
Oh, Abraham Law might have a foul temper, but he's no fool, and I'm sure he thinks no less of Alison as a result of it.
But the curtain in front of
Enough! Right. Remember, our younger sister sits with us. Anyhow, let's not be setting upon each other over Abraham Law of all people.
That's right. You just told him to betrothed to live.
I didn't mean to hurt him. I didn't really. I just cursed him and he was struck down ill.
Fell down drunk all right from his eye nail.
He called me a witch. Oh, please don't let him denounce me, please. I'm a God-fearing girl. I'm nothing of these things.
Come on now, no one's denouncing anyone. Everyone was so excitable and no more so than John Law. And you can leave Abraham Law to me too. Hey, and you can all put that out as well.
Come on now, everybody knows you're the gentle soul, and nobody's head cross anyone. Least of all John Law or his son. Come on, let's take your things. We're ready to go in.
No, but the magistrate knows me for my giving evidence against that Betty Chaplin's that thief. What if she's gone and made up some lies or something to get her own back on me? We're not safe here. We've got to get out of this town.
You're not going anywhere, except to spare bed and staying here. I'll not be going anywhere in that state. Come on. And let's have no more talk on subject to magistrates or witches. Isabel, will you call on Elizabeth Dubai and ask at St. James over in morning to collect his sister?
That I will.
But we haven't discussed, you know, Mass for Easter. You wouldn't know any anything.
Are you insane? You must never speak of that in such an open manner. How long have I been warning you just how guarded we must be in these times? The nobility have the means and they have the money to practice their faith. But being poor and being Catholic is a dangerous way of life, but like to us who they speak of in the same breath as witches. You were just looking to have us all. Well, God only knows what. What that can then for Alice's brother, eh? Catholic priest who celebrates secret masses, signs his own warrant of execution. So we guarded him all the sides and when you met him. Are you clear? Are we all clear?
Aye, we're clear.
days, and some people need only the slightest reason to cast accusations. I worry so much about all of you.
All of us. We'll speak of it in a day or so to agree a time and make arrangements for Easter now. In the meantime, remember, the 10th day of April it shall be, and at Malkin Tower.
So good to us, Alice. You, a woman of means and good standing. You're a true Christian to us folk of simple ways and little else.
If I can help my neighbours, then so be it. You are good people.
Especially Catherine.
Well, we all meet at Malkin Tower.
Aye, what'll be at Malkin Tower?
Did your father never teach you good manners, Abraham Law? At courtesy of not walking into another's home unannounced? I think you owe me and my neighbours an apology for your bad manners.
I'm sorry, Mistress Catherine.
No harm done. How is your father?
He's much recovered, thank you. Bids me say how grateful he was for your kind words and help when he fell ill this morning. And he... What's she doing here?
This is my home, and you will hold a civil tongue when inside it.
Mark this. Mark it well. The whole village knows what she did. The curse she placed on my father.
Do you think of it?
Such acts do not go unnoticed. You thank God and be grateful my father's not a vindictive man.
Or else he will not be getting the herbal remedy which I have prepared for him to ease his malady, Isabel, and which you, Abraham Law, will take to him directly. Directly.
Yes, mistress. But always it's you that asks me. And so gentle-like.
Would you be mindful with your tongue, Abraham Law? This is a close community, and we can well do without needless accusations and chatter on matters that are settled.
Right.
We want family in this village, and we're happy one at that. And we won't want to be upsetting that now, would we?
But these are dangerous times, mistress. And anybody seen to bring on illness?
No.
In the manner she did today, no matter how it was caused, is their own worst enemy. No friend of this village. Or of mine.
But as I said, we're not just a village, we're a community. We're a family. And families stand by one another.
Yes.
Ties that bind a family are strong, mistress. But the rope the hangman uses is stronger still. And some of you need to remember that. I bid you all good night. Miss Catherine.
What did I tell you? I warn you to be careful of him.
Aye, and I can guarantee those were not his words.
No.
He simply repeated what's been said to him, which begs the question, how many more feel the same way?
Indeed.
No, I think we've had enough questions and intrigue for one evening. Is it time you're all heading homeward? Are you gone now?
Aye, he's scurrying off to the lane towards church, if I'm not mistaken.
What's he heading up there for at this time?
Well, most probably to get them bands posted for his gentle
Hey, go on now, be off with you. Don't speak. Good night. Thank you.
Well, do you really make that a lot better?
That it will, my child. It's my own little bit of magic. Now come on, time for you to sleep. Oh, what are we going to do with your reign, Miss Alison? Your little sister was frightened out of her wits, as were all of us. Now put all this madness from your mind and rest, child. God will protect you and keep you, of that I'm certain. And no harm will come to you over this nonsense with John Warhol. You have my words. I can guarantee you that no person outside of this village will ever know or will ever care about what happened today in Pendle. Now rest. And tomorrow will bring a clearer mind and a stronger spirit. Good night, God bless.
Catherine,
Thank you. I know you feel alone and I know you feel unloved. But do you remember what we always said? That out there is a person that we're destined to meet. That single someone that destiny's prepared. Well, you never stop believing that. And you never stop believing in your faith or yourself. Good night.
But for myself, I have one care.
Decisions seem already made. I am the price that must be paid. I am accused without a friend. I am the innocent, condemned. But I will hold on to my dream. I'll make my own place in God's scheme, and I will find another way, the brighter dawn for this day. Love without regret, a love I can't forget. All I ever ask to make my life complete without a care, as long as you were there to fill my aching spirit with your love, and simply fill my life, into myself with your smile, hold my peace within you all the while, and touch my soul. I feel my heart on fire. There is no reason left for me to feel. Nothing matters now that you are here. Found my world reborn in you.
My lady, Captain Roberts is here. Wishes to see you.
Oh, dear God. Thank goodness. Ask him to come through immediately. Jane.
There is a lifetime still I saw you.
Oh, Jane, I was so frightened. I heard there'd been disorder here in London, and when I heard nothing from you, I feared the worst. I
But do
feared...
not be afraid. I'm here now, and that's all that matters.
Yes, silliness on my part. But such things we discuss. Are you still able to receive at court this evening? Yes, of course you are. Barney's discussed with you the arrangements for the wedding, and your position in his regiment. I know he has great ideas for you and your future. Oh, Jane, he has the plans for our new home as a state which nears completion. Oh, Jane, the grounds and the rooms, there's so many. Oh, the nursery. How should I put my heart to explode? I don't know where to begin. Oh, I do love you so very much.
And the next thing I need to teach one so beautiful is the beauty of silence. And must I really be received at court? Could we not meet afterwards? You know how I detest the excess and vulgarity of the court.
Please, James, do not speak ill of the king again. I fear that one day you'll forget yourself and the words will come tumbling out in a place and amongst people who do not share your views or your dislike of him. He's a learned man, and he's well read, and if only you spent a little more time in his presence, I'm sure you would find that you have a lot more in common with him than you think.
In fact, I share a Christian name, as you know.
James, please.
Very well. I will be there, and I will make polite conversation and find humour in his vulgarity and his behaviour.
James!
But only for you. Only because I love you so very much. And now the bad news. I've received orders this morning that I must travel to the north of England
Oh, not again.
to liaise with the local magistrate to assist in some civil matter which is investigated.
But for how long?
A month. Maybe 2.
James, you promised we would spend time together before the wedding.
I know. But this comes direct from the king.
No doubt he will have comment to make this evening on the matter.
Why so?
There are ridiculous rumours of witchcraft in a small village called Pendle, I think, and he intends to send a man called Noel to investigate.
Yes, indeed, Roger Noel.
So my wife-to-be really does have the ear of the king.
I may have, and don't you forget it. No, my father mentioned that Magistrate Noel received a court this evening, along with a man called Potts, I believe, and will receive along with you. Mr. Noel is apparently a northern gentleman of simple words and presentation, but he has strong Christian values.
Ah, just what we need. Another hellfire witchfinder, poisoned by the same nonsense that seems to pervade Europe at this time. And no doubt somewhere along the way he'll find a nest of Catholically centred with plots and schemes involving yet more gunpowder and other guy folks.
Oh, please, James. I say again, you must not speak in this manner. Feelings still run deep in this country.
You mean in the king? And fueled by his lackeys to stir up discontent and find malice and treason in every shadow. And every poor subject has neither good words nor the wisdom to defend himself.
Oh, enough! James, I know we share a relation to politics, and I'm happy that I can live with that. But you must not, no, you will not speak any more in this manner. There's more than my good name at stake here. There's also your neck.
Sir, forgive me. Your world is a new one to me. I was not born into this life, but promoted into it through war and good fortune. I am but a simple soldier from honest stock, who only knows the command of ordinary men, men who need the likes of me to speak for them and defend their simple innocence. Innocence from which the vultures of greed, power and envy so easily prey.
It is these qualities that I fell in love with, and I would not change them for the world. For you are my world. I exist only in the knowledge that there is a life together awaits us, and a love that binds us for life.
Because my love is strong, the light will know, and love that fills its waiting eyes. And with each passing day, I'll find a way to prove my love and show how I love you so.
His Majesty King James, all we have business with the king and this court. Now draw ye near. God save the king.
Please, my lords, ladies and guests. Court seems such an overbearing and prohibitive term. Be you at ease in my company and enjoy the occasion. Yes, there are affairs of state and court to be discussed, but one may still enjoy the occasion and...
Lady Sarah Owen and Captain James Roberts.
Your Majesty, I am honoured by the opportunity to accept your invitation to court, and I have great pleasure in presenting my fiancé, Captain James Roberts.
Your Majesty.
You have exquisite taste.
Why, thank you, Your Majesty.
I was talking to Lady Sarah. I trust your father is in good health, my dear.
Indeed, Your Majesty.
No doubt we shall have time later this evening to become better acquainted with the dashing captain. In the meantime, both of you, please enjoy our hospitality to the full.
I am indebted to Your Majesty.
We shall remember.
Mr. Roger Noel, Justice of the Peace, and Mr. Thomas Potts, Clerk of the Arraigns.
Gentlemen, we are of the mind that it is our doing that you are here, but the reasoning for it escapes us. Perchance, Sir Robert?
Yes, Your Majesty. It is on matters of discourse in the north of the country, which your Privy Council report on some time ago. You may also remember you wish to employ Captain Roberts upon the same affair.
I'm honoured to be here, speaking with your Highness concerning such affairs.
Well, methinks there could only be one response. Our appet, hi, ham. Gentlemen, my Privy Council have given notice of information that there are treasonable activities in the north of England, and a suspicion that this is the work of demonic conduct of a most vile and subversive nature.
Indeed, Your Majesty. Intelligence from our sources suggests that a village called Pendle in the county of Lancashire harbours those who would plot against His Majesty.
We are greatly aggrieved by this news, for we still bear the wounds of the Catholic plotters who conspired with Guy Fawkes several years ago. We will not allow the actions of such Catholic conjurers to usurp the crown. Mordentes in silencio, as our beloved Bishop of Winchester would say. Abiding in silence, Mr. Noel. Their actions are a profanity against our personal and religious sensitivities. And my Privy Council will provide you with greater detail of the specific legislative measures enacted by Parliament to deal swiftly and harshly with those who offend against both the law and the Lord by dabbling in the demonic arts.
I'm indebted to His Majesty for giving me the opportunity.
Yes, of course you are. You will treat this matter as one of the utmost gravity and importance. Lancashire is a particularly malevolent and lawless place. You will also take this opportunity to deal with those who refuse to take Protestant communion in our church.
Let me assure His Majesty that commanding me...
Consider it done, Your Majesty.
Well, Mr. Potts, with such brevity we foresee a bright future for you outside the courts of London. I therefore desire that you shall make a record of these proceedings, which will serve not only as a guide, but also...
What is there?
Your voice, Overbury. But trust that you were not attempting to engage directly in conversation with your king.
But Your Majesty, all too often allegations such as these are unfounded gossip. What's about that?
Thomas, the more observant in this court will appreciate that we have of late excused both your manner and your politics, and as such have allowed you sufficient free rein to express yourself. But even the average horseman will know that the difficulty with free rein is that it is so easy to lose control, leading, more often than not, to a heavy fall.
But sire, you are but a hair's breadth away from that rein becoming a rope. We will take your leave.
But Your Majesty,
Gentlemen, Captain, you will leave for Pendle in the morning. Lady Sarah, you will walk with us. Once your investigations are concluded, gentlemen, your actions will be dictated by three choices: justice, the law, and my will. Now mark this well. My will prevails over all, and justice will not protect, nor the law defend, any man who forgets that. So sleep well, gentlemen, and choose wisely. Lady Sarah.
seems, Captain, that we will be fighting against the evils of witchcraft together.
You may be fighting witchcraft. I'm a soldier, knowing the craft of making war, not spells. There's no fight without an enemy, and I'm yet to see an enemy, so there is yet to be a war. We'll find my number 2 lieutenant sight, our house at an inn at Cheapside. I'll finalise my affairs there and then make haste to Lancashire.
Captain, I require you to travel with us.
The king requires, you, sir, may request, and I suggest that you not attempt the former, as refusal so often causes offence. We'll meet again at Pendle. Godspeed you both.
I fear trouble lies ahead for us with our captain. If there's any trouble to be had, to be our officious captain that experiences it, not I.
Mark my words, he will yield to me. Come on, Potts.
The game begins, my lords.
Indeed, and we must move quickly to preserve our relative positions.
But I believe there'll be very little to do, my lord. This is a unique and unforeseen development. It accounts for the opportunity to pursue a course of action that will increase both our standings and stabilize the monarchy in the eyes of the people.
Yes, the canvas has been prepared, and our artists of fate will paint a scene of such magnitude that it will reverberate throughout the kingdom. A moral, just, and courageous king is what the people need to see, and that is what they will get, regardless of any lack of affiliation with the truth.
Truth is such a curious word, my lords, but one thing is certain. There is seldom any profit when it is plied. The concealment of the actual failings of the state beneath the alleged failings of the people may prove useful to us again in the future. And who knows, my lords, those who follow after us may be grateful for this new weapon in the arsenal of prudent government.
What a stroke of luck! Fate has conveniently
Granted us the time to conspire.
Now we have the chance
to distract all attention from the real cause of impiety.
To scheme and dream and machinate,
Run a town, investigate,
distract the crying citizen.
we'll give them no time.
Intentions must be sworn to secrecy. If anyone should learn of our campaign,
The king will be betrayed. The blame would fall on us. Then vigilance we must be in this part.
prudent and rational,
And show these rumors turn to dust.
and the scandal of the crowd.
We'll give them no time.
Remember this our pledge,
Remember this our
protect the monarchy, even at the cost of other souls.
never to confess.
It's in our interest. We are duty bound to God and King.
To guarantee the king will act,
We'll stir the pot and twist the crack
and banish all the terror, and give him
no town.
give him no town. Give him no town. Give him no town. Give him no town.
I'm good for the king when he knows my name. I'd love to believe there is no to bring shame.
Not just on themselves,
But only here.
if you've done nothing wrong,
You have nothing to fear.
get out of my way.
There's nothing to back me up to you. You're not a tell the thing that you do.
In my duty to God,
Lord, in the name of the king,
I will rule out this evil and the guilty will pray.
that's nothing but
Then now,
like that. You had a proud
soon there will be
wayward soul. Wayward soul. Live for the day. Pray for the day. Pray for the day. Hope for the day. Hope for the day. Truth and caution and peace will overcome. Like God around, showing children down, sing them the way of my town. The sea of light and destiny Now that you know I am here on the king's business, perhaps we will have an end to this confrontational behavior, and there will be respect for my position and the duty I am here to perform.
Respect is a thing that is earned. And who are you to come marching into this village with your soldiers, making threats and issuing demands for simple and innocent folk?
A new madam will begin by exercising the respect that my office and my work demand. I am here on the king's business, and I
And repeating yet again, who and what you are, just bring me any closer to bowing down to you. How dare you threaten innocent women and children? Is that what the king told you to do? Look at the faces. Is this what the king would expect? Frightening innocents with accusations and insinuations.
Witchcraft, madam! The devil's doing has been plied in this village, and I will find it. And those who immerse themselves in its unholy work. I will speak with all of you in turn until I find who does Satan's bidding, and it would be better for all of you that the truth were out. For as God is my witness, I will fill Lancaster jail until I find the evildoers and hang them all.
Known in this village magistrate is the Holy Spirit. And whatever your sick mission may be, you'll find no wrongdoing here. And if you attempt to fabricate any, it'll be my body that you'll have to cross.
What's it on, Catherine? Do his magistrate ask?
At last the voice of reason in this village.
And that's Abraham Law. It's not only the first and the last time you ever lay your hands on me, but it's the last time you dare command me as if I am some chattel. Quiet, man! Unless you want to know more than sharp edge of my tongue.
Soldiers, take her!
Stand fast!
I said seize her.
And Lieutenant Sykes gave you men an order.
I gave an order.
And it's the first and last one you will give to my men.
Captain Roberts, I carry the king's orders.
I, magistrate, no, will carry the king's commission. And I'll not tell you against this. I'm handing out orders to my men.
How dare you?
Because I can. Men, you will withdraw. Make camp outside the village and await my instructions. Lieutenant Sykes will ensure this is done.
With pleasure, Captain. Men, on your way. Are you injured, mistress?
No, sir.
Edward will suffice.
Edward.
And your name?
Device. Miss Device.
Then I will be content in knowing your last name, and assume that your Christian name is as charming as you.
Fraternizing with the folk, we're here to investigate a dangerous practice, Lieutenant.
And crushing me, Magistrate Noel, even more so.
Lieutenant.
On my way, Captain.
So, we have soldiers as well as a magistrate. King must be very concerned about threat that women and children pose to his crown.
The politics or reasons as to why I am here are of no consequence to me. I'm a soldier, and see the rule of law is maintained.
What, with swords in the news?
With common sense and compassion.
Oh, fine words from one who's investigating wild accusations of witchcraft.
As far as I'm concerned, I've no knowledge of anything as yet to investigate, unless you wish to tell me different.
I wish to tell you nothing.
Well, then I take it we can thank the good Lord for the prospect of you actually being silent for at least a short while.
How dare you!
As I've already said, madam. Because I can. And whilst we are edging on the precipice of civility, my name is James. And you are?
I won't say.
And you won't say because?
Why, sir? I can. James. Come, girls. I don't know who those soldiers think they are. You walk around.
Captain, it would appear this man has evidence we need to hear.
Very well, Mr. Knoll.
No, you misunderstand, Captain. That we need to hear.
You've said in clear terms where the demarcation in our respective jurisdictions lie. When you're required, you'll be informed. Come, gentlemen, there's much to speak of. Oh, get out of my way.
You're welcome.
For what?
Your apology.
I didn't apologize.
You will.
Why?
Because you were strangers. And I'm the proprietor of the only inn around these parts, and if you wish for a bed that's not shared with a pig or an ass, then you will apologise to me.
Never.
Then I pity the pig. One ass is enough to share any bed with you.
How dare you?
Because I can.
The cautious gentlemen of choosing sides so early in the game. The heart can fool the mind into confusing friend with foe, and I'd hate for you to lose me a friend at the expense of cheap humour.
I would apologise to the magistrate if you know what's good for you, Wickham.
I know what's good for you. A kick up the arse.
Compots.
Compots? Compots? Is that his name or an affliction?
What's your tongue, keeper?
Watch me boot, wit.
Come, gentlemen.
Say sorry.
Never.
Sweet dreams, then. I apologise. What for? I don't know. It seems to be the only way a man can get a bed in these parts. Captain Roberts, James to my friends. Wickham, innkeeper and jailer. An odd combination. Oh, not really. In my experience, one establishment seems to follow on to the next in a very natural way. It's a very interesting perspective, Mr. Wickham. And it's Josiah to all of my friends, because I make it my business not to make any enemies. I beg to suggest then, Josiah, that you've just made your first two. Then, James, the pigs are welcome to them. What about the ass? I lied. We're not that refined around these parts. Come. I'll show you to my humble establishment. And, I welcome you to Pendle, James. I wish you success here. I sincerely hope you're wrong, Josiah.
I recognise her. Appeared before me previously, gave information in another case. But the other woman, who's she?
Catherine Howard, spinster these parts. She lives in a lay parents' home. She's a fiery woman, but a God-fearing one, and of no interest to you, sir.
All of interest to me, Master Law, and I think I'll decide where my interest lies. And at present, my interest lies with Alison Device. You claim she struck down your father with a curse a few days before I arrived.
Indeed, sir. She begged from him goods without payment. My father told her to be off. Next thing, she curses him, and he falls to the ground, unable to speak, unable to move.
Curse? More likely a spell. How is he now, your father?
Oh, he's still unwell, sir. That's why I had to leave, was it? He tires so quickly and needs to rest. If it were not for Catherine and the remedy she made for him...
Remedy? What do you mean, remedy? What was in it? This potion?
No, well, sir, I do mean a remedy, made from herbs.
This thing you described as a potion, it's clearly a potion. And the effect of this liquor on your father was?
Well, he's much improved, sir.
How,
I doubt it was the remedy.
How soon after consuming this potion did he recover?
Well, he's not fully...
Answer me, how soon?
Within the day, sir.
Thank you, Master Law. We'll speak further on the matter later here. You may go.
But, sir...
You may go.
Sir.
Well, Mr. Potts, the pieces of the puzzle begin to take place. It would appear the king's agents were well-founded in their suspicions, God-fearing women who mix potions. I reckon we stumble on more than just the black arts. I smell conspirators, Catholic conspirators. I guarantee you'll find the Protestant church don't flourish in these parts. And already I see the basis for their hostilities. And there are scores here to be settled also. None more so than Alice Nutter who have crossed swords within the past in court. Mark well today's events in your journal, Mr. Potts. It's important the record shows clearly who and what we're dealing with. Oh, and the success, no, the brilliance of our commissioners in having such accurate intuition.
But Mr. Noel, all I see at present is that an immature girl who had an argument at the same time a man fell ill, and a headstrong woman who shows merely an honest concern as to why we're here.
Grief, you have so much to learn. Why do you only see what's in front of you? I see this through the king's eyes.
But the king will only see what takes place from the record I make.
Precisely.
But what you're talking about is mere conjecture, but one possibility.
There is only one possibility. There's only one account. And I will dictate the account you keep. Look, what will happen here will happen, such was clearly ordained long before we arrived. And if history is already written, then who are we to change it?
What about the injustice against these people?
And what a failure in the eyes of the king. Their fate is already sealed. It's our duty to ensure that current events concur with a preordained outcome.
This is wrong. This is my name upon this record. My words that will condemn them.
They are already condemned. The question is, do you wish to join them? Exodus 22:18, Mr. Potts. Thou shalt not suffer a witch to live. Oh, my friend, we are instruments of fate just as much as these poor souls are, and you must accept your fate in the tableau before us. I know this is a bitter herb to swallow, but if the unpleasant duty of marrying in fact to fate lies with us, then we must ensure that events follow their course. However unnatural that course may appear. God forgive us, and the King reward us. Come, Mr. Potts, there's much to be done.
Either you've been at your own ale or you've taken leave of your senses, because weather's fair filthy out there tonight.
Well, that it may be, but in here, with a warm fire and a cheery heart, and the company of such beautiful women as you find thee. A poor man's heart can only see the world as if it was born in a son born in paradise.
Aye, he's drunk.
Can I be helped but be moved by the beauty before me?
No, but you'll be moved by my boot. Sit with us, we've much to discuss.
Aye, such as what?
Well, there's this business with Alice.
Oh, she's not a business. She's a friend and she's a neighbour, and she's not some item of property to be talked on. Oh, nothing. She's sitting next to you. Speak to her, not about her, as if she weren't here.
But the magistrate.
Oh, what magistrate's none of our business either, and we most certainly are none of it.
But he intends to question people.
Right.
And what have you asked about Alison?
It'll be told what we all know.
And that's it.
Nothing. We know nothing, so there's nothing to say.
It's not that simple.
Oh, it is that simple.
You have yours said, and I'll have mine. There's mischief about, and it's none of ours or anybody is doing, but mischief there is. And someone, I have a mind, has it in his will to involve us. Oh, you may have the wit, but I have an education and experience of years. And with that comes a knowing that there are greater things than us here in this village. And why would a magistrate and soldiers descend upon us? Oh, there's more to this than what meets the eye. And when people like that have a mind to find something, they will find it, whether it's there or not.
Oh, come on now, who'd have interest in us?
Well, I can teach you a clean name, God-fearing and handsome young man. Well, mature man, who finds an emptiness in his life that he yearns to have filled by...
Ooh, by a broom that I will take to you if you do not yours now.
Well, I can accept a subtle refusal.
If you think that was subtlety, Master Wickham, you best mind your head for next time. Tell me more about it. See, come on. Let's not be allowing this to affect the happiness of... What? Don't think I stomach for this ale any longer. Oh, company. God-fearing men at king don't want to be seen cavorting with witches.
Oh, Miss Catherine, I think you might have forgotten something.
What?
Your carriage home.
Wickham.
Now, come on. Let's be civil and stop all this nonsense. I've spoken with this man at great length earlier. Aye. And never mind, he's the first piece of common sense who'll come out of London in our lifetime, and maybe longer. And as for you, Captain, I'd be of a mind to keep your manners with this young woman, unless you want to wake up hopping in a pond. Ribbit, ribbit, ribbit.
I'm not your enemy, miss. Never planned to be. I'm here to keep the peace, which does not include keeping sides or keeping quiet, especially whenever mine that injustice is in the air.
5 minutes later, she would have been in the air.
You see? I laugh with you, for I find just as much nonsense in this as you do. Now let's be seated, all of you, and leave not on our account. And accept my humble apologies for making you feel unwelcome in your own home.
And you have as much right to remain here as anyone. Alison.
Then you'll accept my apology also. These last few days there seems to be little reason to find merriment in anything that's happened here.
And do I take it from our cordiality that I may call you Catherine?
I'd like that, James. But listen, I tell you this in all sincerity, you'll find nothing of witches in these parts.
Do not speak so soon! Behold! The curse of Pendle is upon you! And I have the power to turn men into stone, and women into wart-ridden hellions.
Oh.
Methinks somebody beat me to this one. In this little town called Pendle. Soon your wicked ways will mend. Busybody fingers will abuse their spins of literature. Hail the magistrate prevailing. All your evil ways, Coaching. As he orders, up to the jail, and there will do. Unless you want a bruising, he'll find no one accusing the fairest little woman in the town, with the bosom so inviting, all men there'll be a fighting. To have a little rummage in my gun. Hobble bubble, toil trouble, 2 toes, 1 no 10 spit. Hobble bubble, toil and trouble, what a load. Feel my skin, it feels so peachy. just a shame. It's always a shame. It's surprising how a virgin, with the urging to be wed, with his hips so made for real, and his lips so rare and sealed. Can't believe I'm only 19 and still in a single bed. I'll mix a loving potion and he'll never have the notion I'm not the most attractive girl in town. He will only see my beauty, but I'll tell him to beauty, and he'll never get to see what's deep down. Hubble bubble, toilet trouble, too told what you can think. Hubble bubble, toilet trouble, what a load. Carrot for a nose, 2 cabbages for a bosom. Don't ask me where the parsnip is. Got a steak for a bowl of hot soup, but I think I'll eat elsewhere now I'm fully conversant with how and where you store your vegetables.
Very funny, that's it. Very funny.
Apologise.
I beg your pardon?
Apologise.
For what reason?
Different when the boot is on the other foot, ain't Wickham?
Very well, sir. I apologise. But do not be blaming these folk for any offence that I've just caused.
No, no, Mr. Wickham, the offence you caused occurred long before this present insult. Innkeeper and jailer, is he, Potts?
Indeed, Mr. Noel.
Then as magistrate, I must exercise my authority and ascertain whether or not this person is suitable to hold such important roles in the community. And you, madam, have had sufficient words with me. Enough to last a lifetime. You will hold your tongue. Well, well, well. Omnium gatherum et tots, if you please.
There are some of you the magistrate may require to speak to in the morning. I would be grateful if you would help us in a...
No, will be spoken to. There's no may or could about it. I'll take the names so that all are easily identified, although some are known to me already.
Come on. And I no doubt how you came by those names.
Magistrate needs help, not hindrance.
So Peddler's son has the ear of a magistrate.
Well, better a magistrate's man than a soldier's whore. Ah! You will regret that.
As will you if you take one step further. I think this matter should be addressed upon the morning, Mr. Noel.
I think on this occasion you may be correct, Captain. Mr. Wickham, it would be wise to close this establishment and let these folk away to their bed.
I mean it. Oh, you heard the man? Come on, then, let
There
me
are things that need to
you.
be discussed, testimonies that need to be recorded.
Come on,
Comforts.
Come on.
You know, Wickham's a good man, James. He means well and he's no fool. His life, his place, become so void of warmth and gentleness these cold days that it felt good to laugh. For a brief moment it felt like the old days.
It felt good to share that moment with you.
What is it?
Catherine, you're an astonishing lady.
I doubt I could ever lay claim to such a grand title as a lady.
Believe me, I've spent my life surrounded by those, and you claim that title. You have strength, character, and I think deep within you, gentleness, and a regard for the good that people carry inside them now. That makes you more of a lady than any woman I've ever met.
You don't speak like a soldier.
And you don't speak like a simple village woman.
Who are you, Captain?
Just a man. A man who has a duty to his God and his kings. But a far greater duty to his conscience and his soul. And now you stare at me.
I like staring. You're taking the measure of a person and who they really are. We might be from different worlds, you and I. But I have a feeling that we're similar spirits in these dark times. And I'm trusting time that we'll also be friends. And
They are remarkable women. Strange.
How so?
To meet a total stranger and instantly recognize something in them that you've looked for all of your life. As if you've always known but never met. Wasn't the face to a hope.
Indeed. Alison is but a simple village woman, yet there is something about her, an honest, simple quality that I cannot help but be drawn to. Ordinary people who I am of a mind are no more a threat to the crown than you or I, but what? But I fear that they and we have become pawns in a game of intrigue that will make that threat a reality. I don't understand this. Why send us here? Why? James, this whole thing makes me feel ill at ease.
I agree, this doesn't feel right. We must play our part and do our duty. Yet I fear it's not to protect the crown from them, rather the other way around. God help them. God help us all, my friend.
You have so much to gain and so little to lose. Behind you they laugh and they call you a fool.
Have you heard how they speak? Have you seen how they stare? They have no compassion, they have not care of the true man inside. This is not revenge, do not feel any pain. Do not uphold any guilt, do not burden the shame. You are helping your king. When the reckoning comes, we will see them all swing. It's the price they must pay. I loved her all my life. To me she seemed so real. I thought that she would be my wife. I thought our fate was sealed. I saw her hold his hand. I saw it in her eyes. There was never true love, just ridicule and lies. We are pawns in a game of this I am sure. I will play out my part until I learn more. There's evil at work, but not in this town. It not lies with them, but inside the crowd. I must find the real truth, but also take heed, and not be a victim of their perfect moment when everything falls right to cross that tide of holding and all that it seems to savor all that life can give, to see your face revealed. I will love her all that I am.
I was not aware, Mr. Noel, that you were at such an advanced stage in your inquiries.
The stage of matters of no consequence. What's important is you now do your duty and act in accordance with your orders.
I am in no need of reminding of my orders. As long as your actions are warranted and lawful, if they be such, you can count on me and my men.
Let me worry about the law. Mr. Potts, you have the names of the depositions of those I now require to submit for examination.
James, what is this? Why do you allow this?
We do not allow this. It is not in our jurisdiction to stop the examination. The king commands it, and we are powerless to prevent the magistrate from seeking to examine those on whom he has obtained information. He simply seeks question, and no more.
He's right. It'd be best if your folks submit to this. You said yourself there is nothing that they should be feared of. And therefore I've neither the wisdom nor the good words to prevent this.
And it is interesting that you don't state whether you have the will to prevent this.
Our fine captain is strong on words. But be clear, he's a wholly different stock.
Yes.
The line drawing in the divider was not made just now, but on the day he was born.
Yes,
the
it's
stock
right.
from which I am born, madam, in England. There's no
Oh,
other
what a
division now.
beautiful picture you have on this land. You're part of what happens here today because it's in your blood. And what befalls us now was decided long before you arrived. It's neither God nor king that will be insulted this day, but a small matter of justice! Yes,
Weary of this public debate. And the law cannot afford such theatrical accommodation. Potts.
The following two persons will present themselves for examination in the morning at Reed Hall. Elizabeth Device and Alison Device.
What is this madness? As God is my witness, these people have done no wrong.
You be careful what you say, madam. Whether it's blasphemy, perjury, or insanity, you may live to regret those words.
Has this one lost its senses? Get away from here. This is our home. This is who and what we are.
We're innocent. We are both innocent.
Do not be afraid, Alice.
How can I not be afraid?
No, you are with them. You stand with them, Judas.
Let this land, this country become.
England still is a place where the God-fearing and the righteous will always prevail. The truth will out and the innocent will know no fear. You have my word.
I suggest, Captain, that you do not make promises that are incapable of being kept.
We can't allow the king to do this.
Oh, be quiet! I've had my fill of treasonous insinuations this day. And you, Captain, will do your duty, or do you side with these dissenters to the king?
Dissenters?
Be warned, magistrate. You are limited to question my judgment, but question my loyalty to the crown or my allegiance to this land, and you'll forge an enemy that will be your ruin.
Don't threaten me. If you won't do your duty, I'll do it for you. There's no doubting who the evildoers are, and they will face their accusers before the courts and before God. Take them. No! I won't ask again. Or do you intend to be a party to treason this day?
I demand to know who accuses them.
I don't know. You mustn't interfere.
Not interfere. You were part of this. You knew of this.
How could I know? I
Do
swear.
not dare to swear. Insult my intelligence, but don't insult my God.
Well, what a hotbed of not only witchcraft but treason we find in this godforsaken place, eh, Potts? The king was right. You, Captain, well, you've shown your true colours, and it would appear they're the same as your fellow conspirators. You, Captain, you're an affront to the title of Englishman. You're not worthy of your position. You sully that uniform. Oh, with your fine words of justice and honour, you besmirch them. You, sir, are a coward and a traitor.
You may insult me. You may attack my character. You may question my judgment. But you dare, with the faintest of breath, to further question my loyalty to the crown or my allegiance to this land. And I swear I will cut you down where you stand.
In God's name, man, what is this insane disease with which you are hell-bent on infecting innocence? You defile with your presence all that I have fought for and put forth my life to defend. I feel you leaching into the land like a poison that will destroy us all. But the very soil of this land runs in my veins, and I will defend that land, its people, and my right to be called an Englishman until my heart beats its last. And as God is my witness, I will not allow some perverse interpretation of the word of law or Lord to defile this country in which my soul was born. In this land of faith and charity, I find my soul set free. For when the world seems dark and cold, I close my eyes and see there's an honor that I carry with me always. It's the pride of knowing England is my home. I will stand with all my brothers here, united in our goal. I will not forget the feeling burning deep within my soul, and the honor that I carry with me always is the pride of knowing England is my home. There is nothing like my England, with its green and luscious land. I stand proudly with my brothers hand in hand. There is nothing like my England, it's a place I call my own. It's the pride of knowing England is my home. No matter where I roam, England is my home. Here I stand, an Englishman, proud of all I know, proud of all I am. I will fight for truth and liberty, feeling full of strength and pride, defending friends and loved ones, knowing right is on my side, and the honor that I carry with me always is the pride of knowing England